Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're so excited to have you here today. But before we get into today's topic, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know which country you're tuning in from. Let's build a global community where we can all connect and share ideas. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss out on our future videos. Also, we want to know what you want to learn about next. Got questions or topics on your mind, whether it's about physiological health, sexual psychology, sexual health, or even exploring the sex lives of older women or men? Let us know in the comments. We're all about delivering content that you care about. So, let's keep this conversation going. Comment below and let's get talking. Imagine being in your later years, feeling strong, vibrant, and fully in control of your life. It might seem like a distant dream, but what if I told you that the choices you make between the ages of 65 and 75 have the power to define your health and happiness for decades to come? We all hope for those years to be filled with joy, contentment, and independence. But how do we ensure that happens? It's not just about staying physically active or eating well. It's about understanding the small habits that either nurture or hinder our health and longevity. In this video, we'll uncover the most valuable life lessons from those who have mastered the art of aging gracefully. From managing finances wisely to building strong relationships, we'll explore how to avoid pitfalls that could shorten your life and instead embrace a lifestyle that guarantees fulfillment. Keep watching to learn how the choices you make today could help you live your best life tomorrow. 1. Embrace the power of health. It's your most valuable asset. As we approach our later years, it's tempting to think of retirement as a time for rest, leisure, and even indulgence. But the reality is that the 65 to 75 age range is pivotal. It's not just a time to slow down, but rather a crucial period to focus on maintaining our health and independence. The physical habits we cultivate during this time have a direct impact on how long and how well we live. The key takeaway from those who have lived long, healthy lives is that self-care is not just about reacting to illness when it arises. It's about creating proactive habits that keep our bodies and minds strong. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and mental wellness practices form the foundation of a fulfilling life, no matter the age. Too often, people neglect the importance of these habits, thinking they can rest on their laurels after years of hard work. But those in their golden years who thrive are the ones who continue to put effort into staying healthy. One of the most surprising things I've learned from elderly people in my life is how their mental attitude shapes their physical well-being. It's not just about avoiding junk food or hitting the gym. It's about maintaining a positive mindset, staying active mentally, and finding joy in the little things. For instance, my grandfather, at 82, continues to learn new skills, whether it's tinkering with gadgets or reading up on history. His curiosity and passion for life have kept him mentally sharp and physically agile. He often says, "A healthy mind leads to a healthy body," and his life certainly proves it. 2. Moving carefully. The importance of preventing accidents. As we age, our bodies lose some of the resilience they had in younger years. Simple activities like climbing stairs, bending down to pick something up, or even walking down a hallway can become hazardous. For many seniors, a single fall can be life-changing, leading to long-term injuries, hospitalization, and loss of independence. Consider Mrs. Thompson, a dear friend who once lived independently in her own home. Despite her active lifestyle, she suffered a fall while gardening one afternoon. What seemed like a minor injury at first quickly turned into a major health setback, as she fractured her hip and was unable to care for herself. She spent months in rehabilitation, and while she made a full recovery, her experience highlighted the importance of preventing accidents. Now, Mrs. Thompson has taken extra steps to safeguard her home. She removed clutter from walkways, installed grab bars in the bathroom, and purchased a medical alert system. She tells everyone, it's not about fearing aging, but about respecting it and taking the necessary precautions. In your own life, being mindful of your movements and recognizing when it's time to slow down or ask for help can make a world of difference. Small, consistent adjustments, like ensuring proper lighting in your home or using mobility aids, can help prevent falls and maintain your independence. 3. Financial independence. Building wealth for peace of mind. It's no secret that financial stress can take a toll on one's physical and emotional health. For seniors, the worry about having enough money to cover healthcare costs or unexpected expenses can create anxiety, reducing the quality of life. But it doesn't have to be this way. Planning ahead, saving wisely, and making thoughtful financial decisions can provide peace of mind, ensuring that money is no longer a source of stress. I've seen the difference financial independence can make in the lives of elderly relatives. My great-aunt, for example, was always careful with her finances, saving a little each month for her retirement. By the time she turned 70, she had built a modest nest egg that covered her living expenses without relying on her children. This financial freedom allowed her to live in her own home, travel, and even take a few classes, things she'd always wanted to do. She often said, "Money doesn't buy happiness, but it certainly makes life easier." In contrast, my uncle, who never prioritized saving, faced significant challenges later in life. The lack of financial preparation led him to feel dependent on others, which created tension within his family. He often regretted not having planned better for his later years. Financial independence doesn't have to mean wealth. It simply means having enough to live comfortably and without burden. The key is starting early, saving consistently, and spending thoughtfully. This freedom from financial worry can be a powerful tool in ensuring a healthier, happier old age. 4. Finding the balance between work and rest. Even as we age, it's common for people to continue working or exerting themselves in ways that aren't always healthy. Many elderly individuals feel that they need to stay busy, either out of habit or financial necessity. However, the truth is that overworking or pushing the body too hard can be detrimental, especially during the 65 to 75 age window. Rest and recovery are just as important as activity. The body becomes slower to recover from physical exertion, and overworking can lead to long-term health problems such as heart disease or joint issues. Finding the right balance, knowing when to step back, rest, and prioritize health is key to longevity. My friend Dan, who was a contractor for most of his life, struggled to slow down after he turned 70. He had always prided himself on his strong work ethic, and even when his body started to show signs of wear, he refused to rest. Eventually, this led to a serious back injury that required surgery. It was a wake-up call for Dan, who realized that no matter how strong he felt mentally, his body needed to be respected. Today, Dan focuses on lighter activities. He teaches woodworking to younger students and spends more time on hobbies he loves, like painting and writing. He tells me, "I've learned that it's not about how hard you can push, it's about how much you can enjoy with the time you have left." The lesson here is clear. Don't push yourself beyond your limits. Life doesn't need to be filled with constant labor, but rather with balance, enjoying moments of work, rest, and play equally. Before we dive into today's topic, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? Drop your country in the comments below, and let's start building a community where we can share, learn, and grow together. And hey, while you're at it, let us know what you'd like us to explore next. Whether it's physiological health, sexual psychology, sexual health, or even the experiences of older men or women in relationships. We're all about discussing the things that matter most to you, so don't be shy. Your input shapes our next video. Now, let's get back to talking about how you can thrive well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. 5. Don't overly frugal. Enjoy life's pleasures. For many elderly individuals, especially those who have experienced hardship in their younger years, the instinct to save every penny can become overpowering. While frugality is certainly important, there's a fine line between being wise with money and depriving oneself of life's simple pleasures. Retirement should not be a time of relentless sacrifice, but rather a period where you can afford to indulge in activities and experiences that bring you joy. I've learned from several older adults that indulging in simple pleasures can have an enormous impact on well-being. For example, my grandmother, who had lived through difficult financial times, initially had a hard time spending money on herself. She would refuse to buy fresh flowers, thinking they were a waste of money. But when she finally allowed herself to buy a bouquet now and then, she noticed a change in her mood. Those flowers didn't just brighten up her home, they brightened her spirit. She once told me, "Life is short, and I've worked hard all my life. Why not enjoy some of the small joys while I can?" It's this kind of mindset, one of balance and self-care, that can turn later years into a time of fulfillment, not deprivation. The power of reflection, looking back to move forward. As we enter the 75-plus age range, life often becomes a time of reflection. It's a moment to look back on the path we've traveled, the lessons learned, and the relationships that have shaped us. Reflection isn't just about nostalgia, it's about gaining perspective on the meaning of our lives. This period allows us to assess our past decisions, understand our growth, and find peace with the choices we've made. In my own life, I've seen how reflection has shaped the way my older relatives live. My grandmother, who is now 85, spends much of her time journaling and reflecting on her experiences. She often shares stories from her youth, recounting the hardships she endured during times of war and poverty. Through these reflections, she has found healing and an even deeper appreciation for the simple things. One evening, she told me, "I may not have the strength I once had, but I've got a wealth of memories that give me peace. They remind me of everything I've survived and every moment of joy I've experienced. It's those moments that keep me going." Reflection is also a powerful tool for finding closure. Many people in their 70s and 80s begin to tie up loose ends, whether that's settling old grudges, reconnecting with estranged family members, or finally forgiving themselves for past mistakes. This introspective process can provide a sense of fulfillment and peace that makes the final years of life incredibly enriching. 7. Contributing to others. Finding purpose through service. Purpose doesn't end when we retire. In fact, having a sense of purpose is one of the most important factors in living a long, healthy life. Research consistently shows that people who feel they are contributing to something greater than themselves, whether through work, volunteering, or community involvement, experience better physical and mental health. Take the story of Henry, a 78-year-old retired teacher who still spends every Wednesday tutoring high school students in his local community centre. Henry tells me, "When I stop teaching, I feel like a part of me is missing. It's not just about giving knowledge, it's about seeing the light bulb moments in those kids. That's what keeps me alive." His involvement in the community has not only kept him active, but also given him a sense of purpose and satisfaction. It's a perfect example of how continuing to contribute, whether through formal work or informal acts of kindness, can have a powerful impact on longevity. Similarly, many older individuals volunteer their time to causes they care deeply about, whether that's mentoring youth, participating in environmental initiatives, or supporting local charities. This sense of service doesn't just help others, it enriches the giver's own life, fostering a deep sense of joy and fulfillment. 8. The importance of social connections, strengthening relationships as you age. In your later years, the quality of your relationships becomes more important than ever. Social isolation is one of the biggest risks to mental and physical health for seniors, yet many people in their 70s and beyond feel the pressure of losing friends and family members, or simply not having the energy to maintain social connections. However, studies show that staying socially active can dramatically improve quality of life, boost cognitive function, and increase lifespan. My Aunt Sarah, in her early 80s, is one of the most socially active people I know. She has a wide circle of friends from her time working as a nurse, and she makes an effort to visit them, attend social gatherings, and host family dinners regularly. But even more impressively, she has a knack for making new friends. She recently joined a local book club and became fast friends with a younger woman in her 50s who was new to town. Aunt Sarah always tells me, "Age doesn't matter when you have good conversation. It's the connections you build that keep you vibrant." She is a living testament to the idea that you're never too old to make new friends, explore new social opportunities, or cultivate meaningful relationships. Whether it's reconnecting with old friends, spending more time with family, or getting involved in community events, nurturing social ties is crucial in these years. The joy of shared experiences and the emotional support you receive can be incredibly empowering as you age. 9. Staying mentally engaged, lifelong learning and mental health. As you get older, maintaining mental sharpness becomes just as important as physical health. The ability to continue learning, exploring new ideas, and engaging in mentally stimulating activities is key to preserving cognitive function. In fact, research shows that lifelong learning, whether through formal education, reading, puzzles, or hobbies, can significantly delay cognitive decline and prevent conditions like dementia. There's a man in our neighborhood named Mr. Roberts who turned 80 last year. Despite his age, he still attends university lectures in his area, taking courses in subjects ranging from philosophy to computer programming. He says, "Every day is an opportunity to learn something new. The mind is like a muscle. You've got to keep exercising it." In addition to formal learning, many older adults find joy in artistic or creative pursuits. Whether it's painting, writing, learning to play an instrument, or taking up a new craft, these activities can not only enhance cognitive function, but also provide a sense of accomplishment and joy. My friend Elizabeth, now 76, took up watercolor painting after retirement. At first, she was hesitant, thinking she was too old to learn something new. But once she started, she found it to be a deeply therapeutic and rewarding experience. She says, "It's never too late to start something new. The challenge is exciting, and the process itself has become a beautiful way to express myself." 10. Practicing gratitude, finding joy in the present moment. As we age, there's a growing awareness that life is precious and finite. Many elderly people develop a deep sense of gratitude for the moments they've lived and the experiences they've had. This shift in perspective can dramatically improve emotional well-being, helping individuals to focus on the positive aspects of life rather than dwelling on what's lost. I've seen how gratitude has transformed the lives of elderly people I know. My friend Clara, who is 79, practices gratitude every day. She keeps a gratitude journal and takes time each morning to write down at least 3 things she's thankful for. Whether it's a sunny day, a warm cup of coffee, or the laughter of her grandchildren, Clara embraces the present moment fully. She told me, "I spent a lot of years rushing through life, worrying about what's next. But now I savor the little moments. The joy of watching the birds outside my window, hearing my great-grandson's laughter, or just being able to breathe deeply. It's all so precious." Gratitude fosters contentment and peace of mind. By focusing on the good in our lives, we can learn to appreciate the beauty in each day, regardless of the challenges we face. 11th, preparing for the end, facing mortality with courage and grace. As we reach our later years, it's essential to confront the reality of mortality. For many, this can be a difficult subject, one that's often avoided. However, accepting that death is a natural part of life allows us to live more fully, free from the fear of the unknown. Many older individuals find peace in having these conversations, whether it's making end-of-life plans, creating a will, or simply discussing their wishes with loved ones. I remember the conversation I had with my Uncle Dave when he was in his late 70s. He told me he had started thinking about his legacy, what he wanted to leave behind, how he wanted to be remembered, and what he hoped his family would do with the time they had left with him. He said, "I'm not afraid of death, but I want to be sure I leave things in order for those I love. That way, I can face the end with peace." Facing mortality with courage and grace means accepting that life is finite and taking steps to ensure we leave a meaningful legacy behind. This may involve creating personal rituals, spending time with loved ones, or simply living with a deeper sense of purpose. As we journey through the golden years, it's easy to focus on the physical challenges and losses that come with age. But the truth is that aging can also be a time of profound growth, joy, and fulfillment. By reflecting on our past, contributing to others, nurturing relationships, staying mentally engaged, practicing gratitude, and facing mortality with courage, we can embrace aging as an opportunity to live life to its fullest. The stories shared in this video are just a few examples of how the choices we make in our later years can lead to health, happiness, and longevity. So, no matter where you are in life, remember, it's never too late to start living with purpose and embracing all the wonderful opportunities that lie ahead. If you've enjoyed this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos that can help you live your best life as you age.